Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all having a good day. Uh, Recent news, I guess, they've been moving a lot of these B-2 bombers over to Diego Garcia. There's one also, they said it was damaged in flight and it's stationed right now or stopped in Hawaii. Kind of interesting. So, did a little checking right here, and the United States currently has a bomber fleet that includes 76 B-52 Stratoforces and 20 B-2 Spirit aircraft. Well, that's kind of important, guys, because as they had said, let me go ahead and get this up here. Uh, 20 B-2s, what we have, and half of them, they have said that there's 4 or 5 was sent to Diego Garcia, but half, which is around 10, went to Diego Garcia. They kind of telling us different stories, aren't they? So we'll go ahead to this next little slide. Now I went ahead and checked. The B2 has a range of around, without loaded, is 6,800, 68, almost 6,900 miles. That's kind of important too, guys, for what I'm getting ready to show you. Pay attention here. The B-52 has a range of around 8,800 miles unloaded. With load, it's a little bit less than that. So that's all kind of important here. Let me go ahead and drop this down out of the way. So we go right here, and I'm going to bring this out. I went ahead and looked at the mileage here, and I'll go ahead and show you what the mileage is to this one point. It's 3,800 miles, which is approximately just a little over half of the fuel range of a B-2. A little less than half of a B-52. Well, years ago, back in the day and everything, I was stationed over here in a little place called Diego Garcia. We worked there for about a year. I was stationed there for about 9 months and everything. And so I'm kind of familiar with this place. We was there. We was building this big ass airport they talk about right here, where the B-2s and B-52s land. The reason I know B-52s can land there is because, guys, I watched them land there. We lived up here in this upper little corner right here, and we worked all the way down through here doing this, building it up. The other thing that we was doing while we was there is building a drive-through submarine port. That's right, just like the McDonald's at your local corner, they had a drive-through submarine port that come in. I'm not sure exactly where they finally finished it out, but it was planned to be somewhere down through here, but it looks like most likely it was down this way. Anyway, they have a drive-through submarine port, so that's kind of important. Also, a protected lagoon where ships can bring in supplies. This is very important. Why? Because of the location. It is in the middle of a very important region. Let me draw it out right here again. As you can see right here, we have India on up here, Thailand and Cambodia and Vietnam. But the other point is, guys, that they've been hollering that we're going to go to Iran. Well, why are they sending refueling planes, a squadron of refuel planes, for a target that is within the range of an attack and a return without refueling back to Diego Garcia? It is around 4,000 miles to Iran, what they're talking about, hollering about. And these aircraft are capable of reaching Iran and back without refueling. So why would they need refueling aircraft to assist with these bombers? Well, because the range is a little bit further than what half of their fuel tank is. Because, the trip is there and back. You don't drive these things out there and drop them off. You bring them back, get refueled, reloaded, and go hit again. Well, what is within range of that without having any major refueling operation? Well, dear old China. Right there, guys, where that marker is around the Wuhan district. Around the Wuhan district also is Shanghai and Beijing, which is right here where Taiwan. As you've heard recently in the last few days, China has completely surrounded Taiwan. And says if they make a wrong move, all hell's breaking loose. So while everybody's paying attention to what Donald Trump is going to do to Iran, what Israel's going to do to Iran, and what the hell's going on where everybody's not paying attention to what the left hand is doing. Y'all see my point? So while all this buildup is going on here, pay attention to what we're doing to Iran. I want to remind you guys, years ago during the Gulf War, shortly after the Gulf War, there was a meeting between the heads of state of Iran, UK, EU, and the United States, and they all decided that Iran is going to take one for the team. All right, it's already planned out. It's all planned, part of the strategy. And the thing is, Iran, the president of Iran, agreed. So, while all this hoop and hollering is going on, pay attention to what's happening in Iran. Pay attention to what's happening in Gaza Strip. I think we need to pay attention to what's getting ready to happen over here in China. It is out of range for us to reach anything of importance in Russia, Belarus, Latvia, Ukraine, or anything like that, guys. That's way over here. We can reach it, but as I've been saying out that for the last little bit, we need to pay attention to China. We are at war with China. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, that is our worst enemy, if you want to call them that, because they're in competition for control of the planet. So, again, the stage musician has said, look what I'm doing with my right hand, but don't pay attention to my left. Y'all have a groovy day. All right? And let me close it out here. Later, taters.